How's it going, everybody? This is Be the Bush. Today I'm going to review for you this YZQ video projector. Even though they sent this to me, I'm going to try to keep this review as unbiased as possible because I will say some good things and also some bad things about it as it will be apparent. I'm not going to unbox this. It's nothing spectacular, but I will show you guys one thing. It comes packaged in these foam things. When it's in the box, the weakest point is in the corner. So if you have a little corner piece like this, it's gonna give you all that much more protection while it is during in shipment. Now let's take a close look of everything that's included. The user manual and a quick start guide for screen mirroring. You can connect your iOS and Android devices and mirror the screen from your phone. Your standard HDMI cable, an RCA cable, a power cable, and a remote with no batteries included. I put those in myself. The buttons are actually glow in the dark. You can kind of see it's glowing even though there's daylight shining in. Here's the front lens. Let me open that up. You have a screw level adjuster and it's about 1¼ inch. So you can probably only make it go up about an inch. This is probably the highest it'll go. Infrared receiver for the remote in the front and the back. This is the focusing adjuster. It'll allow 40-inch to about 240-inch screen. This is as far as it'll go. The AC input port here. Didn't think I can actually open this up, but this is the fuse that is currently being used. You just wedge it right here, but then there's also an extra one. Let's just put this back. Towards the back, there's another IR receiver, and then turning it again. This is the exhaust. You got USB input to put a USB stick with video files in it, HDMI in, audio video in, headphones out, and a micro SD card reader. You can put video files in there. On the bottom, you have the rubber legs and also some attachment points here, here, and here. It looks like they painted this remote with a soft touch texture. When you hold it, it feels kind of soft. I'm not a big fan of this finish because look at my mouse. This is only 2 years old and it gets constant daily usage, and this soft touch paint will actually rub off pretty quickly. So the same thing is gonna happen with your remote. If you're gonna use it daily, you're gonna start seeing a lot of wear where you put your fingers, probably like right here, or if you're using the OK button, you're gonna see it wear out right in the center and kind of around the on-off button as well. Let me plug it in. The red light turns on. You just push it once and it will turn on. 1000, 1000, 1000, 1000. My lid is on here. Open that, change the focus. It looks like it's a little bit fuzzy here. And if I just kind of pull it back right around there, it's in focus now. The distance from the wall for the smallest screen that you can display, about 47 inches. And the size of the screen is about 34 inches. According to the manual, the smallest is 40, but I'm able to focus perfectly fine at 34 inches. One neat trick with this is that you can go to 4D Keystone correction and set the auto adjust to on. Now I'm gonna start really low here, and then if I just move it up there, it automatically changes the vertical calibration. Auto adjust on is only for the vertical calibration. See, it doesn't really change the horizontal. If it's low, and then you go to vertical calibration, you can see it switched to 0. If you kind of move it up, you have to move off of that selection. It'll update -14. This projector is rated at 500 lumens and it's going to spew out that same amount of brightness for any size screen that you have. So the bigger the size screen, the less brightness that you're gonna get. So at this very, very small screen, of course it's gonna be very bright right now. This projector has Wi-Fi, so it has an interesting ability to stream from your phone to the Wi-Fi and you can see what's on the screen. So in order to do that, you gotta connect to the Wi-Fi of the projector, and then you gotta type in this number 192.168.49.1. And it's gonna show you all this information like Wi-Fi access point, which allows you to put the information of your Wi-Fi network into the projector. So I've already done it over here. It says it's connected. I had to put in my long password. And with that done, you just go and turn on screen mirroring. I have two things I can connect to. One is the Apple TV and one is this projector. So let's connect to this projector here. after a little while. Okay, so now it's mirrored everything. So I'm just gonna go on YouTube and play something, play my last video. Maybe someone can just clip off the wires. If I expand it to full screen and steal these guys. But I can't put these underneath anyway because the top of the Tesla is dark over here. Audio is only coming out of this little hole right here and not on this right side. This feels more like it's the vent holes. I can feel air going in here and going in here, and it's coming out over here. Now these things generate a lot of heat. It's almost like a mini heater. Let me plug it into a kilowatt and we can measure how much electricity this thing is pulling. I can reconnect and play a video of mine. Looks like even when it's playing or pause, it consumes the same amount of electricity at 113 watts continuously. I want to show you guys what happens when you turn this thing off. You push the power button. It says power to standby, else to cancel. So you push power to bring this into standby mode. So look what happens when I push it. It turns off right away. Usually they have a cool down period because the stuff in here is super hot. It needs to run the fan a little bit just to get all the stuff inside a little bit lower in temperature to make it last a little bit longer. There's no spec on how long this will last, so your guess is as good as mine. There's no bulb. This is an LED projector, 1080p native resolution. So this is of a slight concern because when you buy something, you actually want it to last as long as possible. To me, this does not look completely leveled. It's like off by half an inch. I can go in here and do a rotate, but it doesn't rotate by half a degree. I'm gonna stick a little piece of tissue here just to make it perfectly square, like that. There, that looks perfectly square now. So I kind of desire to rotate to have maybe 3 times as much resolution instead of going to 0 to 1. I want 1/3. Now keep in mind this is daylight. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like at nighttime, but this particular projector, it's not one of those short throw ones. In order to generate this screen size, the projector, it's quite a ways away. 102 inches, let's just call it around 100 inches for the screen. And then to the projector, it's about 127. So it seems like whatever size of the screen is, you gotta add 25%, and that's how far the projector needs to be to make a screen this size. Now it makes sense to make this display a 250-inch screen. Unfortunately, my living room is not that big. I have a window that obscures what you're gonna watch, and also the TV, the really minuscule 42-inch TV right there, and I also have a light. I want to call your attention to this thing over here. This is my surround sound speaker setup, and it's just a Logitech Z906 with 5.1 surround sound, and I added this Belkin sound form, which allows me to enable Apple AirPlay. So the cool thing about this is I have an Apple TV connected to the projector, and I don't have to snake some audio cable from the projector, which is on the other side of this living room, all the way to the speaker system over there. To do this with the Apple TV, you go to settings, you go to video and audio, you go to audio output, select sound form, connect, but turn off TV speaker, and we're good to go. I'm gonna go to YouTube. This is my Tesla charger. So I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it is coming from those speakers over there. I've got the projector, the Apple TV, the Soundform Connect, and the audio speaker system on this extension cable. It's all consuming 208 watts right now. I'd say at 250 inch, it's not quite bright enough to be comfortable to use. Maybe the maximum would be like about 150 inches or so for comfort level. But if you're okay with slightly dimmer screen, or if you have a better reflective screen rather than just using a wall, because this matters, the wall is going to absorb some of the light. This is probably the biggest I can project in the house anywhere without stuff obstructing into the image. There is still daylight coming in right now, so this is really hard for a projector to fight against. If you guys are interested in getting one for yourself, down in the video description below. If you use my affiliate link, it's not going to increase the price or anything. It's just going to help me out. If you choose not to use it, it's still gonna be the same price. You're essentially giving all this commission to Amazon to profit themselves instead. So thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.